Welcome back to another episode of Story Behind the Story. Once again, I'm joined by Andrew Wegley. Andrew, welcome back. He's here to talk about Northwest basketball again, who just accomplished something that nobody in MIAA history has done. They are now the first team ever in the conference to start league play 18-0. How big of an accomplishment is this? Talking to Ben Collum, how big is this for him?
I mean, I think he just kind of focuses more on like day to day. Like he every time I ask him about, how big is this, put this in perspective, he was like, at the end of the season, I'll look back and I'll be like, wow, that's pretty insane. But when he's in the season, he's just kind of 5 minutes ahead of himself. He doesn't look much beyond that, and he cares about getting the next win. And is not looking at what they've done, but more of what they're about to do, today or tomorrow. He doesn't look much beyond that, much behind him, but he just kind of focuses on what's right now.
And speaking on what's right now, tonight they will be playing Washburn, looking to go completely undefeated regular season, completely undefeated league play. What does this really mean for Coach McCollum? Has Northwest kind of set the standard for the program now? 6 consecutive conference championships.
Yeah, I mean, there's really no way to put it into perspective what they've done so
Not
far.
at all.
I mean, 28-0, trying to be 29-0 tonight against Washburn is unprecedented. They're the only team, well, not necessarily unprecedented, but they're the only team right now in Division 1, 2, or 3 basketball that's 29-0 or undefeated in any regard. And I think it's just kind of a mark to how well he's kind of implemented the culture, which I know is kind of an overused term in Northwest athletics, but when he says it, he means it, and he's proving it. He's got a true freshman at his shooting guard and a redshirt freshman at point guard, and they're still running the most efficient offense in the country.
And that's statistically proven. I mean, the most efficient offense. Tonight they play Washburn. Tuesday they played Missouri Western. Despite being a nail-biter, it was senior night. Beautiful night for both moments for the guys and girls, seniors. Dre Starzl is now the winningest player in Northwest history. Have you had the chance to talk to him about what that's meant for him, for a guy that isn't necessarily in the spotlight?
Yeah, I've never asked him directly about that because we don't really talk to Dre that often because he doesn't really play that often. He doesn't log a ton of minutes, but yeah, you said he's the winningest Bearcat in history. He suited up for I think like 166 wins over the last 4 years, and and McCollum talks about this a lot. It's a lot harder to sit and cheer on your teammates than it looks because everybody wants to be a part of that, and he's just always been, he comes in every day with a smile on his face and he works as hard as everyone else. And McCollum has said multiple times, for the players to do that is even harder than sometimes to go out there and play because you have to keep a great attitude, you have to keep the same energy, even though you know that you might play 2 minutes tonight, you might not play at all. He didn't play at all on senior night because it was such a close game.
Which it's special to see how just a player like that can attribute to the quote culture that Coach Mack has really brought here. So Andrew, thank you for joining us again. I'm pretty sure you'll be back on here.
I hope so.
That is going to wrap things up for this episode of Story Behind the Story. Make sure to check out Andrew's weekly story. Thanks for joining us on KNWT Channel 8's YouTube exclusive.